Good morning, Thriving Therapist. I wanted to hop on here with a very quick reminder that clients will remember how you make them feel. How many of you have been in therapy yourself? Raise your hand, click like, click love. Let me know. You should have gone through your own therapy experience or are going through your own therapy experience as a therapist. It's a really important part of being a great therapist to be able to dive into your own process and know what it feels like to be on the couch. I got to tell you two examples. One was amazing and one was horrible for me personally. Yeah, let me know how many of you have been in a therapy process yourself and what you remember about how your therapist treated you. I went to therapy at a really difficult time, obviously, in my life. And I remember finding a therapist that was close to my house. I didn't really know much about her. And I remember how she greeted me at the first session. She didn't really make eye contact with me in the waiting room. She was running late, and she was really focused on the fact that she was running late. She felt disconnected to me. And at the end of the session itself wasn't very good. I didn't feel like it had a lot of flow. I didn't feel like we were making a great connection. I didn't feel like I was really being seen and heard. I actually felt like I was being judged. I remember that. It was very painful, and it made me feel a lot of shame. I, of course, did not return to see her, but I remember at the end of the session, I was so distraught and overwhelmed getting to the visit that I forgot to bring my checkbook with me. And this was at the time when therapists, not a lot of therapists took credit cards. She was just a small private practice practitioner, and this was years ago. So she required cash or check for her session, and I did not have my checkbook with me. And I remember her transitioning from her seat to her desk after the session was done, and she started kind of working on some paperwork, did not even look at me, and just said, "You can go to an ATM and get cash for your session, or go home right now and get your checkbook and bring it back and pay me." And it really stayed with me. I felt dehumanized. I felt disconnected. I felt judged. I felt shame. It was horrible. So I went to an ATM. I got the money out. I brought it back, and I tapped on her door. And when I returned, she wasn't with another client. Her door was ajar. And she told me to come in and give her the payment. And I remember she didn't even look up at me. And it was just this awful feeling of like, I feel like an inconvenience to you. I feel like this is transactional, and I'm really here just because you need to get paid for this session. And she called me to follow up, and I gave her the feedback. And I said, I didn't think it was a very good fit, and I wasn't going to plan on returning. And I told her how she made me feel. And I think it was very helpful for me and for her to have that exchange. Fast forward another month or two, I decided to give it another shot, and thankfully I found an amazing therapist. I'm 5'8", I'm a tall woman, and I had heels on the first time I went to see her. And I remember waiting in her waiting room, and I was kind of nervous because I was thinking to myself, my last experience was horrible. And I'm a therapist, and I was kind of thinking, I'm picky. I really want a good therapist for myself, and I wanted it to be a great experience. And I remember this therapist. She was from the Philippines. She was probably half my size. She wore a velour jumpsuit, a zip-up jumpsuit every time she was in her practice. She was just wanted to be super comfortable. I think she even had slippers on. She was just like so awesome. And she came out like literally half of my size, and just kind of like ran up to me and was like, "Come here, you little human." And I mean, I am like towering over her, and she, just gave me this big warm hug. And I was so surprised. I just was so shocked because I thought, oh my God, like I didn't even know her. It was the first time I met her, and I felt really warmly greeted. Now, I don't hug my new clients. That's not my style, but that was her style. And she made me feel right out of the gate really like at ease. I mean, she was just casual in her appearance and she was super friendly and warm. And I felt like she really was looking forward to working with me. And I felt like every time I saw her, she remembered everything about me. She was looking forward to seeing me. I felt like I was like her favorite client. You know, if you're a mom and you have multiple kids, you know that every kid should feel like they're your favorite kid. And every client should feel like they're your favorite client. I really believe that. I feel like, you know, when you see them, you should, you know, greet them warmly and, you know, look forward to seeing them and feel excited that they're on your caseload for the day. If you're not feeling that, it's not the right fit for you. That's not the right, you know, population for you. And that's not the right client for you. And it won't feel free and easy for you. So let me know what you remember about your own, and maybe you're still in a process of therapy right now too. Let me know what you remember about, or what you experience about your own client-therapist relationship, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. I would love to hear what you remember, because when you think back to, you know, like who taught you how to tie your shoes, you might not remember who it was, but you remember how they taught you. You remember how you felt. Did you feel pressure? Did you feel rushed? Did you feel shame? Did you feel judged? Did you feel less than? You know, or did you feel supported and encouraged? You know, did you feel seen and heard? These are all really important things to remember. My clients, I think, feel that I really give them my full presence and engagement. I always, you know, really bring that to the table when I'm working with them. And I feel really proud of that. And I think that shines through. I try to be extremely kind and generous and really super present. I really try to bring my full attention to every therapy session that I engage in. And I think you should too. So let me know if you have been in a process of therapy. Share the good, the bad, and the ugly. How did your therapist make you feel? And you really want to think about that as you're building a thriving practice. All right, signing off. Just wanted to give you a little quick morning Facebook Live. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.